You need to quiet down the noise. Have you ever wondered why you feel so exhausted when you actually haven't really done much? It's not because you're lazy. It's because you're overly stimulated. We live in non-stop noise. You're eating while scrolling. You're listening to music while doing some homework. We live in a world that's in constant multitasking schedules. We think when we rest. We work with dozens of tabs open. We don't think for ourselves anymore. We ask certain resources for quick answers. Your brain is never working for itself, and it never experiences a moment of actual silence. And this constant noise will drain you more than work ever will. When your attention is split into several different directions, your productivity will drop. And this isn't because you're unmotivated, it's really just because you're overwhelmed. Your brain is mentally exhausted. Sure, your body wasn't doing the work, but your brain never took a break. Quiet isn't laziness. Quiet is necessary. Quiet is how you can reset. And sometimes the most productive thing you can do is stop fading the noise.
Do you ever sit down at your desk with every intention to get something done, and then 3 minutes later you're staring at your phone, window shopping, rearranging your desktop icons? We've all been there. Here's what's going on. Your brain's reward system is wired to seek immediate hits of satisfaction. Research shows that the neurotransmitter dopamine plays a key role in deciding whether a goal is worth the effort. In one NIH article, they noted that dopamine affects how the brain decides whether a goal is worth the effort. Another study found that dopamine not only signals reward, but also encodes both learning and motivation in the brain. In short, your brain is ready to reward quick wins, but not so naturally wired for long-term discipline. So discipline isn't just willpower. It is about designing your system so that the brain wants to stick to high-value tasks.
You know what's actually funny? Most of us spend more time planning our tasks than actually doing them, and it feels productive. The new to-do list, reorganizing your workspace, color-coding your Google Calendar, but psychologists call this structured procrastination. A 2011 study from the Journal of Consumer Research explains why this happens. They found that people often choose planning activities because they feel productive, but actually let us avoid the harder, real work. One line from the study hits way too hard, and I quote, "Planning activities can create the illusion of progress without requiring the effort involved in performing the focal task." So the goal isn't to just plan every minute of your day. It's to plan just enough to get started. Perfect planning doesn't make you productive. Starting does.
Here's a simple routine you can start tomorrow, integrating both brain and schedule mechanics. Step 1. Choose 3 priorities for your day. Your brain handles fewer than you think. Step 2. Assign each one a time block. Example, from 10 to 11:30, do a little bit of studying. From 11:30 to 11:45, take a break. From 11:45 to 1 o'clock, start doing some homework. Step 3. Before you start each block, reset your environment. Mute your notifications, close extra tabs. Take 20 seconds to say, "I'm doing this one thing right now." Step 4. After each block, reward yourself. Rewards can be as simple as stretching. Give your brain small dopamine win it craves. Go for a walk. If you're studying at a cafe, buy yourself a coffee or a sweet treat. Make it enjoyable. Research on time blocking shows that you dedicating distant time slots, you reduce distractions and improve focus. Over time, your brain begins to expect focus, reward, and you stop fighting yourself.
Let's be real. Distractions are what stop most people's productivity. Not just the big ones, the small ones. Looking at your phone and opening TikTok just for a few seconds, hopping between apps, it adds up fast. So here are a few super simple ways that you can stop that. One is setting up screen time limits and giving your friend the password. So if you can't unlock it, it can't get sucked in. Another way is to use a website blocker during your work time so that when you're studying and stuff, you're not even allowed to go on certain websites or apps, therefore getting rid of the distraction. Another way is putting your phone in a completely separate room. Study shows that even seeing your phone can make you less focused. Another way is to create a distraction-free space, a clean desk with materials that keep you on track. Also turning off your notifications because most things aren't that urgent and it'll keep the distractions out of your mind. You don't need to be insanely disciplined, you just need to make distractions harder to reach. Creating these small barriers makes a huge difference.
Before we wrap up, let us briefly go over some common misconceptions and bad habits that you should drain out to maximize your productivity. Overplanning. Sometimes we'll find ourselves spending so much time planning and designing the perfect system rather than just taking the first step to get things done. Skipping breaks. Research consistently shows that frequent pauses restores attention and also minimizes brain fatigue. Multitasking. Switching between tasks increases cognitive load, and this ends up slowing down your overall progress. And lastly, skipping your daily review. Even a 2-minute check-in is sufficient. It could help you spot patterns, course correct, and even work smarter the next day. So no, you don't need to reinvent your whole routine, you just need to make small leaks. And that's the whole formula. Shape your environment, time block with intention, avoid the planning trap, and reward your focus work. No, you don't need more hours, you need better cycles.
I'm Justina and I'm here with
Catherine.
Catherine. Can I see your daily screen time?
Yeah.
And Catherine, how are you doing in school?
There's more to be desired.